Welcome to the Bubba Love Sponge Uncensored show. If you're just watching us for the first time on Facebook or YouTube, realize that we have a show before this, a terrestrial show heard in 7 or 8 affiliates terrestrially, and then also live on twitch.tv as it's happening. And then we come and whore ourselves out for another hour uncensored over here at the YouTube, Facebook / Bubba Army Radio. Tune in with a Bubba Army app kicker. Mm-hmm. Blitz, make sure you get me that Piz Aldez.
Okay, yeah, I'll get it today.
If you can get it to me today, it'd be great. So, Blitz, I know that you're not easily impressed by anything that you do. I think that you think that you're pretty damn good at it. So, like anybody else that, like for instance, guns. Like, like if I said, hey, Blitz, I got this guy who knows a lot about guns, you'd automatically be like, that guy's a piece of shit.
Not necessarily. There's a few people that I'd know and watch that know way more than me about
I know,
guns.
But you're also a drone guy, too.
Yeah.
And so I was really, really, really impressed with by the way, Flow Racing. If you don't have Flow Racing or Flow Sports, I don't know within the Flow world, and I'd like to have an air check of this if you could.
Okay.
But I don't know within the Flow world if you can just go to Flow Sports and have a global package where you can watch everything. You would never have to ever subscribe to anything if you were a sports guy. I'm talking from collegiate wrestling to, band to racing to whatever.
They got it all.
But I don't know if you can go to Flow Sports and buy a global package, but I know within the world, the microcosm of a world, the ecosystem that I live in, racing, Saturday night dirt track racing, Flow Sports, Flow Racing, Flow, FLORACING, Flow Racing. If you subscribe to that, you can pretty much watch, the selection of dirt racing is just unbelievable. From the Chili Bowl to, Bubba Raceway Park this past, a couple days ago. They'll be in Alltech this weekend. They'll be at East Bay. They'll be in Volusia. They'll be all over.
It looks like if you go to the Flow Sports page and you go to subscribe, it says choose your sport.
Oh, okay. I wonder if they have an all-in package. So
I don't think so. That's what I'm looking for.
Probably be like
$8 million.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, so choose your sport. Mine happens to be racing, dirt racing, and Flow is the best at it. They're King Kong. They're absolutely King Kong.
Oh, they have dirt on dirt.
Well, that's kind of their competition.
It's on their website.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
You're right. Dirt Vision is their competition, and that's not
Flow Racing presents dirtondirt.com.
Yeah. So Dirt on Dirt is also a part of Flow. Mm-hmm. Dirt Vision is their competition, and it's a very distant second. Right. Flow Racing is the Amazon or the Google or the whatever. Like everybody in racing that
they're
has
Flow
Flow Racing.
They're like the main deal.
Yeah. So Blitz, they have this drone guy.
Okay.
That they do a lot, and I got to tell you, man, if you use your drone right, you can eliminate 3 or 4 fixed camera guys. Because, Blitz, usually they have a fixed camera guy in the pit. So, as things are happening, as a guy pulls in and gets his right rear changed because he hit a rock or something, then you have a fixed, and they go, hey, we're going to throw it down to Johnny Camera Guy. And then in the switcher booth, they're like, all right, down to Camera Guy 3. And then now the drone guy just drives over there.
Sure.
And shows it. And then if there's something that's happening somewhere, the drone guy drives over there. Well, this drone dude for Flow, I met him. And he is just unbelievable at driving I guess you can be a professional drone flyer and you have a license and everything.
Me and Ty J both have that.
All right. And so you and Ty J are both drone enthusiasts, right? So now there's one race in December because after the Rams left St. Louis, there's that big place, Lummy, that big dark monstrosity of a stadium they had that
the dome?
that they hated.
Yeah.
The reason why they left is that St. Louis wouldn't build them a new one.
Nope.
This is when they had the greatest show on turf with Kurt Warner, and did they win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, they won a Super Bowl.
And
they won 2, one with Bolger and one with Warner.
So anyway, Blitz, this is equivalent to like like a dome that they play football in. But this is older. And so after the Rams left, they don't really do a lot of things in this building. They have trade shows and things like that. But about 5 or 6 years ago, some guy had a brilliant idea saying we're going to put a small little dirt track in the middle, and it's called the Gateway Nationals, and they do it every December, okay? And you can watch it on Flow. They do open wheel modifieds, they do late models, they do, I think, mini sprints and things like that. And it's kind of like a little mini version of the Chili Bowl. It's not nearly as prestigious, but it's starting to get some traction. It really is. Like it really is starting to become a thing within the dirt racing world. Well, I was trying to find during the break, I was trying to find examples of this drone guy that I met for Flow, Flow's drone guy. I was trying to try to show some of his work so that I could show you, right?
Gotcha.
And so he did a tour. This is just his past.
What's his name?
I don't know what his name is.
Okay.
I don't know what his name is. I could tell you what he looked like.
Okay.
But I can't tell you what his name is. But he's a super cool dude. He's been their drone guy for a little over a year now.
Cool.
And he did this. This is some of his work. And so Blitz, he gives a tour of this facility with his drone. Now, I'm not going to play the volume because we probably have a chance to maybe not get a copyright strike if we don't play the volume. So, but I wanted to show you, and you be honest if you are as impressed with his drone skills as I am. Okay? All right, so this shows flying into, this is St. Louis, obviously, and there's the big stadium beside it. And the dome, the America's Center, the dome.
They call it the Dome at America Center.
Now, Blitz, are you good enough of a dirty droner that if you see a guy that's got some decent drone skills, you'll at least be like, yeah, that guy's pretty good?
Yeah.
Or is everybody just going to be shitty?
Oh, no, they're all shitty.
Okay, here we go. Show the best example of this guy's work that might impress Blitz. I'm trying to impress Blitz here. Because, Anna, you'll be admit. I mean, Anna, you live in the world that I do with Blitz. He doesn't really think that things are like we could. What we think is cool. Sometimes he'd take a shit on. He'd be like, "Oh,
absolutely,
that's dumb."
Yes, that guy doesn't know shit. Yeah,
no, she knows that.
Yeah.
Like I really think that the Flow Racing drone guy is pretty damn good. And
she'll ask me, she's like, "What do you think about that?" And I go, "It's not bad." She goes, "Oh, well, in your world, that's pretty good then."
Yeah, and so if the Flow Racing drone guy gets, he's not that bad. That's a B.
And he'll
Blitz's
put someone over if they deserve it.
But Blitz, you truly it's rare. But if a guy is good, Blitz, you're like, I mean, do you have it in you to say, yeah, that guy's
absolutely.
All right, here we go.
Who's better?
You're going to let it run, okay, Blitz?
Yeah.
And if you see something that impresses you, say so.
I will.
Otherwise, I'm just assuming everything's status quo.
Okay.
All right. I'm easily entertained. I think, first of all, I know my ambidextrous skills could not do any. I'll have broken 15. Be standing to do all this.
With the new FPV stuff, pretty much anywhere.
Like, could he be like maybe in the middle there?
Yeah, he could be anywhere.
Or could he be where those race haulers were?
Well, and obviously this is not like one continuous video. There's been a few edits.
I think that's it. Boom. So that's a little bit of his droning skills.
That's cool,
nonetheless. And he did some lots of. I'm gonna have to watch the links that you sent me, Lummy.
Yep.
Because I know they did a bunch of droning during the race where this drone was going like 130 miles an hour and
now Flow Flow has posted it, so it's not like hey, they don't want to talk about it. It's videos of their drones crashing onto cars and stuff.
Oh yeah, they have shown some.
Yeah, but I mean it's like their own site, so it's not like they're
right. They're making fun of themselves.
Yeah.
Right. Ricky Thornton.
Like
right, they're making fun of themselves.
Yeah.
Rob, regurge, Willie. Ricky Thornton Jr. Lummy won Sunday.
Nice.
And this is his interview. Blitz, it's only going to be a few seconds long, so we might be okay.
Okay.
But I love Ricky Thornton. He put my track, man. A lot of racers don't like racing my track because my track is a very, very, by racing standards, very difficult track. It's a very both corners are different. You know, like Volusia, for instance. God bless Volusia. God bless Eldora. But both corners are very forgiving. They're very sweeping. They're very wide. And Bubba Raceway Park's got a big sweeper in 1 and 2, and then a little pinch down Willie in 3 and 4. It's a very technical track.
Right. Sweeper to a pinch kicker.
A sweeper to a pinch kicker shaped like an egg. And Ricky Thornton Jr., who won Friday night, had this to say about my track.
Different techniques, and really this is probably one of the most technical places we come to. The corners are so different, and it's probably one of my favorite racetracks, really.
There you go.
Nice.
That's my boy. I went up and gave him some Bubba Army swag.
Sweet.
The corners are so different, and it's probably one of my favorite racetracks, really. I think it helps just jumping in and out of different.
Anyway, Ricky Thornton Jr., who won. I got my days all mixed up.
I know.
Who won Sunday night, and then Monday night was the Superman Jonathan Davenport.
Let's fast forward a little bit. This is the kind of stuff I like. A little bit faster paced stuff.
All right, hold on here.
Is this a golf course? Or no? Park?
Just some beach this guy went to. He's never been here before, so he doesn't really know the course.
Whoa.
But this is how a lot of people fly now. Things like this.
How do you fly that?
Use your fingers. Thumbs.
Now, can you fly that good?
I can do some of that stuff, but not as good as this guy.
So you would be like, man, this guy's pretty good.
Yeah, he's better than me.
Like you'd look at him and be like, oh.
A lot of these guys, they fly a lot. I don't fly all that much. I don't drone fly a lot.
Now, what does this drone, the drone here this guy's using, what would it cost? 10 grand?
No, a couple $100.
What?
Yeah.
No,
There's little tiny cheap things.
For real.
Yeah. You just stick a GoPro on top of it. No big deal. There's millions of these out there.
Well, I thought my flow guy was pretty special. And
He is.
So you and Ty J are going out. I think you guys are going out droning this weekend.
Yeah, the weather's nice.
What's the weather supposed to be like this weekend?
Shit.
Yeah.
Friday I think is rain, right?
Which sucks because I'm going to a concert outside.
What concert?
It's at Janice Live. You don't know who they are.
What?
Oh, how do you know?
Why do you automatically make me look like a piece?
Do you know who Big Gigantic is?
Yeah.
Yes, I've heard of them.
What's your favorite song from them?
We got Big Nuts.
And We Cannot Lie?
Yeah.
The Other Brothers Cannot Deny?
Exactly, Bubba.
Got big nuts.
I mean, I'm familiar with them. I'm just not familiar with their music.
You are familiar with them?
I'm familiar with them. I'm not familiar with their music.
Right.
Yeah, they seem like your type of electronic.
I'm willing to bet most people have not heard of them at all.
I have heard of them. I've just never heard anything from them. But if somebody would have said, is that a group or is that I would have at least been
Big Gigantic what?
I would have been able to say, yeah, I've heard of them. I don't know any of their music. I think it's it's electronic music, is it not?
Not.
No.
Yes and no.
What do you mean? Yeah, you can't. What do you mean? Yes.
Well,
and no?
it's both. Like it's two musicians. One guy plays sax. The other guy is a percussionist, and then they add in some electronic stuff with a soul music kicker, and you got some Big Gigantic.
Well, God bless you and your Big Gigantic. Is Blitz going to Big Gigantic with you?
No, he is not.
No, he's a real man.
He's a real man.
He has a penis left with an ounce of testosterone. He will not be there.
He will not be there.
Who are you going to Big Gigantic with?
Some friends.
Girls?
It's a mixed group.
Oh, boys. Yeah. That means Will. That always means
Actually,
Will.
no, it's not Will. Well, I was going with girls, and then I have a friend that's visiting from Toronto, and he's staying with a girlfriend in Sarasota, so I invited both of them.
What now? Hold on. What?
So I was friends with a guy in Michigan.
Okay.
And he was doing a rotation there for med school. And he lives in Toronto, but he decided to come down here to stay for a while with one of his girlfriends, who apparently he's not blasting, but who knows?
Whatever.
Yeah. So I invited both of them.
How does a guy, first of all, is he an attractive guy?
Yeah, not bad.
And is she an attractive girl?
Not bad.
They're blasting.
Right. So I invited both of them.
So now, do you have to pay?
For the concert? Yeah. I paid for a ticket.
No, their ticket.
No. I invited them. I was like, you guys like this type of music. They go to EDC. So I thought, hey, maybe you like some of this sort of stuff. They'd never heard of him before. I sent them the link and they got tickets.
Where's it at?
Janice Live.
Oh, okay. So it's a smaller little venue.
Yeah.
It's not like that big music festival they do out in Ray J. Like,
No.
it's just going to be like.
Which we'll be going to as well.
When's that?
I think it's May 27th and 28th. It's called Sunset Music Festival. Brooks and I got tickets.
We need to send Lummy in the wheelchair.
Does Lummy have tickets?
You don't need to go to the wheel. You don't need tickets to go to the parking lot.
I don't think you need tickets.
Go to the parking lot.
I don't think you need tickets if you're fucking in a wheelchair and you're like.
Maybe
They'll
not.
be right in.
Oh, okay.
I want to see Marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
I'm going to see Marshmallow. I'm going to see Marshmallow. Promise it. Practice it, Lummy.
I want to see Marshmallow. Marshmallow, my favorite hot dog.
Okay. So, yeah, we're doing
Sunset
that.
Festival.
Okay.
Lummy, this is the hit, no sound. This is the hit that Patrick Mahomes took. Was it really that big of a deal?
I mean, it was a late hit, but I mean,
Was
I
it?
don't think it really.
Is this the out of bounds deal?
Yeah, this is the out of bounds deal.
I don't
so-
even watch this.
All right, hold on.
I did. It was the last 20 seconds of the game.
So he's out of bounds right now.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. And
To me, it looks like the guy's just following him.
Yeah, but
He's following
the other angle is better.
Is it?
it kind of looks like he started losing his footing too.
Like Mahomes or the guy or 58?
58. Like he's trying to slow down a little bit. See how he's going forward.
Yeah.
Like he's ready to fall, and he's using Mahomes as like.
It's kind of like he's trying to use Mahomes to kind of hold on to a little bit.
Exactly.
And then Mahomes flopped.
You can't do that to quarterback though.
Yeah.
But watch Mahomes take the full blown.
The best part is one of the sideline guys really takes it.
Hold on, takes a lick.
Yeah, watch
Hold on.
an old guy.
Oh, it's always the old guys. Oh,
That guy right there.
The one going over top.
Boom.
Oh yeah, and he gets all of 58's junk on him too.
Does this video have the other angle? Because
58 losing his balance. Mahomes taking a flop. Get within field goal range because we're getting a call from New York that since he made it last year, KC, Mahomes.
here's the other angle.
All right, here we go. So Mahomes is running, which, by the way, I love Mahomes. I really do.
McBones, whatever you call him.
Mahabone.
Mahomes. All right, boom.
So he's out there, pushes him, and then there's.
But I mean,
here goes the old guy.
Oh.
Ramps takes
That's what I'm saying. That's the
hit.
best. That the guy that took the biggest hit was the sideline guy.
Wow.
Oh, there
Hi,
he
Gramps.
goes.
Oh,
The problem
no.
is that the Osai guy, the push, he did a follow through on the push.
Yeah,
And-
his arm kind of went through.
Look at that.
right in the nuts.
But watch it. But he goes back and whips his head into the chairs or whatever.
Oh, Grandpa.
There he goes. Boom.
Oh.
Bye.
And then Blitz, he gets a 58 on top kicker.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
58's coming full blowed, and he blowed his knee.
I like how the guys on the bench didn't even react.
I know they don't care.
No, yeah.
I don't know, Lummy. I mean, I could see where it went that way.
Yeah.
Because
And
he's clearly out of bounds there, and that's where he pushed him right there.
And they baby quarterbacks.
Oh, of
so
course.
yeah,
yeah.
you're right. You're right. At that, I mean,
everybody knows that.
So
if it was anyone else but the quarterback, it's probably not a call.
Correct.
If it's the running back, or
but
wide
here's the
receiver.
deal. Here's the deal. Let me just show you this. Okay, Mahomes is still in bounds. Okay, he's out of bounds right now. But the guy, 58, if you look here, he's already started his push.
Yep.
He started his push while Mahomes was just what he was to think in bounds. That's where he starts his push.
Yeah.
Or he ever touches them.
But he started with, hold on, watch it. Here we go.
And he followed through though.
Yeah, it was Blitz. You're right. It was.
And it wasn't a hard push.
It's Mahomes. I
Oh,
mean, they're
of
gonna
course.
baby this guy like Rodgers and Tom Brady and Russell Wilson. There's Blitz. You're right. They're gonna baby them all because they're
They baby all quarterbacks. Period. They do.
Right.
I mean,
they're the franchise.
Yeah.
Closer, but it's still.
that
Right.
guy is like, man, fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Random person finds dismembered male genitalia sitting in a gas station parking lot.
What?
I got to be honest with you. I think this is Mobile, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I got to be honest, if I was, in a gas station like the Wawa or just filling up, and I saw a guy's dick and balls,
And the ball.
Hand balls.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I would just be like, I don't want to get involved.
Exactly.
I mean, the headline: Bubba the Love Sponge finds man's dick and balls on pump 6. You know, I don't know. The mobile police.
I agree.
The mobile. The mobile. Is it
Mobile.
Mobile. The Mobile, Alabama Police Department responded to a call Monday, just a few days ago, that male genitalia had been found in the Alabama gas station. The department told the Daily Caller. Witnesses found the human penis in a parking lot of a gas station located at the corner of wherever and wherever.
Mm-hmm.
The Mobile Police Department told the caller police are not investigating the incident as a murder or assault. The MPD believes the penis belongs to a motorcycle driver who was involved in a fatal accident at a nearby intersection, according to the statement obtained Tuesday.
So that means that the the investigation didn't do a very good job looking for
His
stuff.
penis and
Yeah, they're like, well, we
balls.
left the penis and balls behind somewhere.
Police officers responded to a motorcycle crash around 6 a.m. Monday near eastbound I-10 and I-65. One of the officers found the driver involved, a 29-year-old Christopher Means, dead at the scene of the crash. The preliminary investigation revealed the victim was riding his motorcycle southbound on 65 on the I-65 ramp to the eastbound I-10 when he lost control of the motorcycle. According to the statement, the rider was thrown from his motorcycle and struck by multiple vehicles. That's the worst. You get thrown by your bike and then
you lose your
three
penis.
great fucking whodunits, right? Pew, pew, pew.
And your balls.
One of the drivers involved in the crash remained at the scene until officers arrived. The department is currently trying to locate the other drivers involved. Again, I'm at the point now in my life where if I see something, unless I hit somebody or they hit me,
Yeah, or like you could help somebody. Like what are you gonna do?
like if I was driving down the road and a car was in flames and there were like I would try to help.
Yeah,
But if I see, again, I think I just talked a couple weeks ago. I was the first person that saw a guy sideswipe a semi
Yeah.
and get T-boned, and I should have stopped and told the investigating officer, because that's what the investigating officers use. They use the testimony of
Eyewitnesses.
of the people involved in the crashes, and then really they rely on eyewitnesses.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely.
And I'm like, I hate being an eyewitness. I was an eyewitness one time, and the fucking state wore me out.
yeah.
States call me up like, yes, there's this guy, the guy that was cited, according to your testimony, and I was taking this to a deposition deal, and they like to depose you. And I'm like, what?
Right. Then you got to deal with all that bullshit.
So I had to go down to this fucking lawyer's place and sit in there for 2.5 hours and go literally tell my story 4 different times.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like I was going to vary.
Then they're trying to like bring up shit on you, and it's like, why didn't that? What the fuck? I like.
And then it comes to be trial, and they're like, we're gonna your testimony is gonna be on this particular time. Well, they end up settling right before,
Of course.
But I had to be on standby and all that bullshit. I don't need that shit.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to be part of a jury trial either. First of all, I'm going to get disqualified the minute they find out who I am.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to be part of a jury. No, I wouldn't. If it's a high-profile one where I could sell the rights.
for months.
Right.
But, but most trials don't start till about 9, right? That's usually, is it 8 or 9 that that you have to be at the courthouse by?
I don't know. The jury's probably going to get there at 8:30.
Yeah, fuck that.
Fuck.
I'm like, listen, Your Honor, I need to come in about 10 o'clock.
I got to do my show first, then you guys can start the stupid trial.
Stupid trial, life and death.
I need VIP parking, too, because I'm going to be coming in late.
Yeah. Biden has announced that there's going to be a $292 million new rail tunnel for under the Hudson River.
Oh.
And he said that he's ridden that thing 1,000 times, and indeed it's needed. And
Well, it's already come out. I guess he keeps telling the story about
he
it.
tells all kinds of stories.
And I guess it's, he just keeps making up the story how he talked to this guy that was already dead.
What?
So
What?
he talks about the guy that drove the train after he was done being the vice president, told him how many times he actually rode the train, and they found out that the guy actually died in 2013.
Now,
I mean-
what now?
So Biden supposedly has rode the train like 1,000 times or 1,000,000 times or whatever it is, because when he was done being vice president, he was bragging about how many miles he flew on Air Force Two, and supposedly this train conductor, who was already dead in 2014, told Biden that he rode way more miles on the Amtrak, and the boys all figured it out. And so people are saying that the guy actually retired from being a conductor in 1993. No, it's knowledgeable. I mean, in 1993, the guy actually stopped being a conductor and died in 2014.
So he's completely just making shit up?
Yeah.
Well, that part is suspect, but like, I guess I don't mind spending money on infrastructure for our country. If we're going to just willy-nilly send it to other countries for no reason at all, I'd rather have it to be spent here on stuff we could possibly use.
Oh, no, absolutely. I'm all for, like, infrastructure. One of the things I think Rick Scott, as a governor in Florida, really, did nothing with regard. We have two major highways that come into Florida, 95 and 75, and they both are just absolute fucking nightmares to drive on. They both are so like they both need two, 3 lanes, and they've actually built. When they built them, and I-4 is probably the most glaring problem. But, Rick Scott didn't put the rail in, from Orlando. It was going to eventually go it was going to go Tampa to Miami.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Rick Scott, but I think he did try to pass a lot of that. And as a senator, he's been doing a lot of infrastructure stuff.
Yeah. Well, as a governor, he didn't do shit. And, I mean, I think that we need... I think because we're becoming so populated and stuff, I think we're lacking in infrastructure bad here.
I said this earlier today, like anytime I go somewhere, like with Anna, and I'm like, oh, this used to all be woods and now it's just apartment buildings. And I'm thinking, not just that, it's like, where's everyone going to be driving at? Because everyone lives in one of those is going to have a car, and we're already full.
Yeah, so like where's
yeah.
Where's everybody going to go?
Like up by where Lummy lives, man. Like that area used to be like nothing 10 years ago, and now it's a 6-hour drive to go 2 blocks.
If you go up to San Antonio, that's where it's going.
Oh, yeah. And that's where the Merch Creek.
Yeah, I know.
That's where her place is, and her place used to be the country, like the country, and now they're building a Target distribution center, and she's so fucking hot about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Biden goes off the rails as he repeats false story for the 8th time. 8th time. Grandpa says it 8 times. Huh? Joe, you said this 7 times before.
He's really just trying to drive home the point.
Right. If he says it enough, it'll become the truth.
Well, they said that, I guess the White House people keep telling him not to say the story, and he keeps telling the story.
Well, he forgot, clearly.
I'd love to be in some of those briefings when they're like, Joe, Joe.
Are you fucking kidding me?
First of all, Joe, get off a 10-speed. You're not going to ride no more fucking 10
He
speeds.
got off of it.
No more oatmeal.
Sideways.
Secondly, Joe, when you tell these stories, they were false 6 stories ago. And we told you to stop telling them. You didn't tell me to stop telling that one. Yeah, we did, you stupid fuck.
You stupid old son.
I wonder if there's a president. I wonder if there's somebody that works for the president that could talk to him like the way,
No way.
The way your buddies can.
Why would it matter? He wouldn't remember anything anyways.
That's probably why Joe has everybody around, because they call him and he can't remember. I can't remember that guy called me a stupid fuck yesterday. He's my friend. He'd never. Joe, why are you talking to that guy? He called you a stupid fuck yesterday. No, he didn't.
Yeah. He has dementia.
I think he does.
Well, yeah, no shit.
I think he does.
People are like, I can't believe you said that. I'm like, I can. He has Alzheimer's.
Yeah, he can't believe he said it.
Yeah. He's shitting himself.
Do you think Joe shits himself?
Probably, occasionally, when he laughs too hard.
I wonder what I would be so enamored. You know how, Anna, how you like the pimple popper and the 600-pound life and all that bullshit? I'd love to see Joe.
The shit wiper.
No, I'd like to see Joe, how he rolls, like when he's in his underwear and T-shirt.
Just an N-word. And
like what does he do? Like, is he fucking his Jill? Is that his wife, Jill?
Yeah.
Dr. Jill.
Hey, Jill.
I can't imagine they're fucking.
How about some head
Got
tonight?
fucking Snoop Dogg playing in the background.
Can you imagine smoking a
crack
joint?
like his
Wouldn't
that be cool
son,
as fuck?
Hunter?
I would love if Joe, the only thing that could really save it for Joe Biden for me, is if after hours he was smoking some weed and fucking Jill. You know what I'm saying? Got his big old grandpa dong out there.
His balls hanging low.
Jacking off to
all the way down to his
porn.
ankles.
Very extended scrotum.
Yeah, he's got ankle balls.
And I would be so cool if Joe's got ankle balls with a kind of a big hog.
That's awesome.
I'd be cool as hell with that. Sitting there with a nice big.
His dong's like a curly Q. It bends so much.
Oh Jesus!
You know what? As you get older, you get Peronis.
Yeah, he's got Peronis all over the place. It's like a curly Q.
No, I know somebody that was my age that had to go in for Peronis.
Oh no!
Surgery.
He had a U-turn Jones.
Yeah, it's where your cock goes in like it's going around one of those corners.
Is Peronis?
It's a buildup of scar tissue, and it makes
I thought it was like
dick,
a Polish.
That's a pierogi.
Oh.
And a pretty Italian beer too.
It's a buildup of scar tissue, and it makes it like bend and turn and shit.
Yeah, doesn't it bend up?
No, it can any direction.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's to the point where you can't even get it. Like you can't even get it in.
Right.
Your girl.
Right.
Because unless you're a fucker, it's made to fuck around the corner.
Right.
That's what it's made for.
Right. Like those spy glasses when you were a kid.
Yeah.
They have like multiple mirrors.
And so honest to God, like it.
I need to see some pictures. Let me see.
I sent you a link with just the cartoon.
Images.
Send it to me, Lummy.
All right.
Fine.
Oh no!
Dr. Markey's talking about it all the time.
Oh no!
And there's guys.
That happens to boys when they get old.
Yes.
In the surgery, they have to like.
Blitz, I don't think I can broadcast this.
That's fine. I won't play it.
They have to take off your skin. Oh God.
Yeah, they got to go in and fix the cartilage, Anna. My buddies was to the side.
I mean,
to the left, to the left?
I think some girls wouldn't mind if it was bent up like that.
Yeah, you could really hit it at some good spots.
Right.
But if it's to the side, if you're a sidewinder,
yeah,
no girl wants the side of their leg hit when they're getting
look at the one
blasted.
that's all sprawled open and cut open. Joe.
That's how they. Yeah. Let's get off this immediately.
Yes.
It's really pictures of.
Oh my God! I'm so sad for you guys.
That's called Peronis,
mm-hmm.
and you get that. And you get that with age and I don't know, like do
you do some exercises to prevent that?
I think it's called just straight fucking. I think
fuck
if you
it out, fuck it straight.
I think if you fuck
it straight.
And I got to think, man, if your cock starts going one way or the other, man, that you're pretty much try to get on that pretty early.
I would think so. Use like some popsicle sticks and shit.
Yeah, they might be able to.
Popsicle sticks.
You know what?
Use like a dick split.
You know what? My help is our penis pumps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had one that started going awry a little bit and you pumped, and the doc might very well say, hey, listen, you know what? You have very, very, very early signs of Peronis, and if you start pumping, I mean, Blitz, those pumps aren't they're straight up and down, right? Yeah. It makes go straight up and down. So you'd be like, listen, you need to start building up some more muscle memory, straight up and down penis, not a sidewinder will.
You have to talk to it.
Left.
You have to talk to it too.
Yeah, you're like, listen, buddy, you're gonna be straight like a little soldier.
Hey, buddy,
you're gonna be straight like a little soldier. You know?
Yeah.
Those penis pumps are pretty cool.
They are.
I need to get mine back out. I haven't used it in a while.
You haven't taken yours out on the farm?
Mm-mm.
I've had all these visitors and stuff. I need to get
yeah
back into the pump.
De-visited out.
I need true. But more importantly, I need to
get milked.
We have before February. Before I got 13 days to get milk. I think we all.
Yeah, I know.
Can anybody? The only person we're missing is Dan. Can anybody at least say whether yes or no if they've been milked yet?
Oh, I can say no.
I can say no too.
I have not been milked.
Not you. You're the milker.
I've tried.
Yeah.
Lummy, you're Lummy. Please.
Well, I mean, I'm the king milker.
You're the what?
I'm the king milker.
We know that you've been milked the most frequent.
Yes.
But since we started talking about it and we put down a mandate of milking, have you participated in that?
No, I have not participated since we talked about it.
Does your wife know that that's on the menu?
Oh, 100%. We have a plan.
You got a milk plan?
We have a milk plan.
Good.
No special day, no special night. Get a little milking session in.
Well, I mean, we're all going to have to do that.
I know.
Every one of us
sure
has to
mine's
do that.
overboard, kind of.
We got like a full week and then 2 weekends where we got to get it done in.
Yeah.
I milk it.
Now, Anna, are you going to be the? I mean,
I think I have to be.
I think
do
you
I
do.
really have a choice?
No, you don't.
I didn't think so. So why ask?
Those little ET fingers are yours.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
I got to think with Blitz, you might need 2.
I would assume
start with one.
One will be fine.
No, I think, honest to God, even when the doctor checks your prostate, doesn't he check it with 2 fingers?
I don't know what doctor you've been going to.
Hey, Alexa. When the doctor checks your prostate, does he use 1 or 2 fingers?
Oh, no.
From reference.com. A DRE exam involves placing 2 gloved fingers inside the rectum to feel the prostate gland.
Does anybody else want to say they're fucking sorry?
Sorry.
Oh, I apologize profusely.
Because you tried to say, I don't know what kind of fucking milking you're talking about, and here I am. I'm dead on because I remember Dr. Mark telling me how they did it. I'll ask again. Alexa, when you go to the urologist and have your prostate checked, does he use 1 or 2 fingers? Asked it a different way. Hey, Alexa.
I'm looking online, and it says 1 or 2. So 2 is acceptable.
Yeah. And Blitz, you're not a small guy. You know, and you're 6 foot, 5?
4 and change.
You're 6'4" and change, big bodied. Lummy, you're 6'5", big bodied. I'm 5'9", big bodied.
Yeah. For
Not
now.
Dan might be the only one that needs 1 finger, but demands 3.
Right.
With gold gloves. Poor Romina's got to go get gold gloves to do it.
I think Dan's going to be doing it himself.
Yeah, Dad did intimate. Isn't that what you say?
Yes.
Yeah. Dan did intimate that he would potentially be doing it himself.
In the carriage house.
Now, even if I wanted to do it myself.
He's going to go outside and start his car engine so he can hear the engine going. He'll just go to town.
But even if I wanted to do it myself, I don't think I could. I don't have the arm length.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
I can't. I can barely.
I could.
Well, of
easily,
course,
but
please. I mean, you have abnormally long arms.
Long wingspan.
Lummy's got a long wingspan.
I do too for my size.
That's great. I don't. I can barely wipe my ass. That's wiping my ass. Thank God whoever made me at least made me have long enough arms to wipe my ass.
God bless him.
Yeah, that's so good.
So I can get my ass clean. I can get every area of that my ass that needs to be wiped. I can get it. Now I never used to be when I was heavier, but long as I'm like 320 on down and I'm good. You start getting into 330s, 340s, and
you call Holly.
I get the towel and call Holly.
Mm-hmm.
Then you cheated on her.
What?
Nice.
What did she say?
Then you cheated on her.
Why are you being mean?
I mean, technically, she was wiping his ass while he was cheating on her.
Pretty much of a dick guy.
Pretty pimp. I mean, she wiped your ass and then you cheated. Oh, poor girl.
Imagine the stories that she's told her poor little girlfriends.
Oh, I'm sure they're real positive.
So this fat ass that I was with for 7 years and moved from Orlando to Chicago to Milwaukee to Tampa, then 3 times in Tampa. Fat ass, and he was so fucking fat that I had to wipe his ass, and then he cheated on me.
And then who'd she end up with?
Then she ended up with my #1 fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess she got the last laugh.
Back in the day,
I know.
when we were brand new, we actually had fans. We only had like 10 fans. And a guy named Brian Steele was fan #1.
Yeah.
And that's who she ended up with.
Wasn't he a big Beanie Baby guy?
Well, they did collect Beanie Babies together.
Oh, God.
There you go. I'm not a Beanie Baby guy. You can wipe my ass, but I ain't going to the Beanie Baby convention with you. Are Beanie Baby, like, Lummy, are some of those worth a lot of money?
Yeah.
I think really.
Yeah, there's some rare ones out there.
Some jokes on me.
Yeah.
Probably fucking got $2 million of fucking Beanie Babies. Ty, remember they were
Ty,
the
company,
T-Y.
Yep. I used to collect them.
Fucking Beanie Babies. I'm Beanie Baby, run the hell right out of here. We will see you tomorrow. I might try to go out and do a food review today, but I'm not very hungry.
Oh, man.
We're going to go. Oh, Taco Bell.
Taco Bell for the wings.
Yeah.